HKS ground wire kit, made in Japan. But in the back, made in China. Are we in a multiverse? Huh. "2010 Mazda 3 hatchback. I've been driving this car for a few months now and everything is driving flawlessly. Now, every now and then, I notice that on stop and go traffic, the transmission seems to be shifting lazily. It's not slipping, don't get me wrong, it's not slipping, but it feels like it's lazy on shifting upwards. It's like when you're getting up in the morning, you feel like, I don't want to get up, but alright, I'm getting up. That's how it feels. Now, I went online just out of curiosity if other people are having the same issue. I didn't find any. But what I found is this power mod that a lot of people claim that fixes a lot of issues with this vehicle. Basically, what they're saying is the grounding system on this vehicle is very poor and a lot of issues arise because of the poor grounding. Just check online and you'll see various symptoms like lazy throttle response, radio not that good, erratic AC blower speed, and even dim lights. Now the funny thing is I tried to buy a generic grounding system from Amazon. As you can see here on the screenshot, I bought something generic. But when it came, I got the HKS brand, which is a high quality brand. Although I don't know if this one's legit because as you saw on the front, it says made in Japan, but at the back, it's made in China. Regardless, we're gonna use this to add grounding on the vehicle system. And we'll use the instructions from other owners on how they installed this that fixed their annoying issues on their vehicle. Before we continue, let's open the box first. I really haven't opened the box. So, let's see what we have. We have some nuts, bolts, and a plate. And our wires. So 5 wires, and it's even branded HKS. Huh. And they have different lengths. Now, like I said on the box, it said made in Japan, even their website's on there. But at the back, it says made in China. Quadrilly, that's the brand that I actually bought from Amazon. But as long as it does its job, we'll be happy. So according to the internet, we need to put a ground wire on the negative of the battery going to this bolt on the throttle body. Now, I don't know if you can see it well, but it is behind the clamp, the bolt that holds the clamp in. So that might be a slight challenge to record, but we'll start with the one on the ground terminal of the battery. Okay, so I selected the shortest one for now. As you can see, it is going to reach the ground battery to the terminal or to the bolt on the throttle body. So let's start with this one. This is a 10mm nut, so use your 10mm socket and wrench to take it out. Okay, you can put it either side of the bolt and nut. You can put it here or at the end, at the back. But for now, I'm just gonna put it here on the front. Now make sure you tighten it so that it is well grounded. Because if you don't tighten this, then it defeats the purpose. Alright, it's tight. So we're gonna route it going to the back first. That way. Okay. Then put it in between battery tray and the computer system or the car's CPU. And we're gonna attach it here. Okay, there. All right, let me see how I can record that. So let's start by trying to take out the clamp on the air duct. That way we have access to the bolt. Now we should be able to loosen the bolt carefully. Okay. Okay, the angle is hard. I'm gonna use an open 8mm wrench. There you go. Sorry, I know I'm blocking, but there's really no space or angle to record this. It's a challenge. Oh wow. Alright, this is a long bolt. So we're gonna attach our ground cable on the bolt. So there's a cable. Just snake it in onto the bolt. Okay, now we're gonna attach it. Let me change your angle. There, hopefully that's better. Okay, we're gonna screw in the bolt, the throttle body bolt. Start by hand tightening it so it doesn't cross thread. Oops. Oops. Now be aware of the wire, make sure that it doesn't turn around or snap out, because of course it's gonna be tight. So maybe hold onto it while you're tightening the bolt. Again, sorry if I'm blocking the view, but you get the general idea on what I'm doing, right? Alright, that's tight. And put back the bolt for the clamp. Clamp is a 10mm bolt, which is of course in the way. So with the new ground wire installed from the bolt on the throttle body to the negative of the battery terminal, let's see if it makes a difference. I'll drive it for a few weeks or maybe a month, and I'll let you know the results.
4 to 6 weeks later.
So to be honest, I didn't expect much from this mod. But after driving a few times now, I noticed that the lazy transmission that I was explaining before, it's completely gone, especially on stop and go traffic. I don't feel it anymore. Plus, the pedal response has greatly improved. I'm very surprised. It didn't make the vehicle faster by any means, but it made the pedal response time very quick. It's like it's connected to your foot now. I honestly didn't expect that.
1 season later.
It's been 2 months now since we installed the power mod, and I'm happy to report that the lazy transmission that I was experiencing is completely gone. Plus, the throttle response is a lot preppier, and the idling is a lot smoother. It's still the same RPM, but it feels like more refined. Now, quick disclaimer, your experience might differ from mine. You might have more or less changes than mine, but with the minimal effort that we did on installing the ground wire, I would highly recommend doing this mod. And just for a quick recap, what we did was we put a ground wire from the negative terminal of the battery to a throttle screw over there. That's all it is. And just like you, I was very skeptical with this mod, but after doing it, it eliminated the major annoyance I have with this vehicle. So I highly recommend it. Try it. It's minimal effort. You have nothing to lose. And that is how to install a power mod or ground mod on this 2010 Mazda 3. Thank you for watching.